feels especially blessed to have Gretchen joining us. I get a daughter at last. Your dad did a wonderful job. Couldn't have been better. We are just thrilled in every way. And I'd like to thank you, Doug. Where did he go? He's not even in here. Oh, well, we'll come back to that. But really and truly, all of you are special in the lives of our kids. And we thank you for being special, for being such good friends. They are doubly blessed all around for having such wonderful family and friends. We realize that this is a holiday weekend, and obviously there's a close bond that you would sacrifice this time to be here to help us celebrate. They're joining and becoming one. Doug, I was about to say, and I couldn't find you, thank you so much for raising such a beautiful daughter, beautiful inside and out. If I were to try to guess and write a dream of what kind of wife I would choose, I'll hold it. The kind of wife I would choose for either of my boys. She fits the bill in every case. And we've had a good opportunity to know each other really, really well. She's a blessing, and you've done a fabulous. Thank you. The kids would like to give all of you an opportunity, if anybody would like to stand up and say anything, to share a memory or a silly story or a fun time.
Those of you that know me really well, which I'm looking around and there aren't too many, but certainly Riley and Kelly for sure, know that, well, you don't know me that well. You think you know me.
You don't know.
But know that I have been very protective of Gretchen for a lot of reasons. But so when she told me that she was interested in a baseball player, now you remember I'm a coach and I've been around all types of athletes, counseled most of them. I was like, oh geez, a baseball player. So there you go, guys. So I said, okay, well, I want to meet this guy. Well, with Daniel's baseball schedule and my schedule, that was tough. So I didn't meet him for a while. But the first time I met him was at a Cracker Barrel in Gainesville the morning before a afternoon game. And he'd played the night before, so she was dragging him out of bed to get to the breakfast meeting. He probably didn't want to be there, I'm sure. I probably wouldn't have. And I walked in, and Daniel's heard this, so. And my first impression of Daniel, without ever speaking to him first, was, well, he's a typical jock. You know, he had on his dressed down clothes. He had jeans that were hanging down to down here someplace. And I said, well, this is going to be interesting. But then I sat there and talked to him for an hour or so, and my impression changed. So, good rule of thumb, don't go on your first impression. And I am going to repeat this tomorrow, too. This is one of the things, if I remember it. While I was talking to him, Gretchen didn't say a whole lot, which was good, because I was trying to get to know him. But while I was talking to him, I was also out of the corner of my eye watching her while I was talking to him. And now I said I wasn't going to get emotional. It is, when you think about it. But the whole time I was talking to him and he was talking, she was looking at him. And I had never seen that look in her eye before. And I knew that it was over. That was it. In fact, I told her that later. I said, well, I'm pretty sure that's the guy right there. So anyway, he's He's the only guy that's ever met my standards. Jury's still out though. He's still got some years left. I can change. I haven't seen him as a husband yet, so we'll see how that goes. But I, like Linda said, I couldn't be happier about these two being together. I've said to some friends of mine, I can't imagine, and I'm glad I can't, your daughter marrying somebody you don't like. That would not be a good thing, I don't think. Yeah, and great family too. I mean, Linda's fantastic. Jonathan, yeah. Jonathan's a lot of fun. Once you get to know him, he's pretty quiet till you get to know him. But when he opens up, it's over. Right there. And so we're looking forward. Already have had family time together, and looking forward to a lot more. And I'm looking forward to some grandbabies, but that's not going to be happening real soon. But anyway, I wouldn't give you a lot of advice, and I am only going to do this here because I would lose it in front of all those people tomorrow, because I know way too many people there tomorrow that knew my wife. But I would only give you this piece of advice. I'm going to give you the same piece of advice she gave me. She had, Kelly, do you remember who delivered this to me? She had somebody deliver this to me, this note, like 5 minutes before we walked down the aisle. And I felt bad because I didn't write her a note. But she had this delivered to me, so I'll just read it to you. It says, 8/6/83, our wedding day. Dear Doug, at least she knew my name. I wanted to let you know how much I love you and that I'm thinking about you right this minute. Just stop. Let's try to remember how important today is and the promise we are making to God to always love and be faithful to each other as long as we live here on earth. I am so fortunate that God picked you out for me. I love you and can't wait to spend our life together. Nancy. So that's the advice I'd give to you too.
I think all of you have met me. I'm Doug's mother. Why else would the apple not fall apart? But Gretchen knows how very close we've been over the years. And I was cast into a role much more responsible than I had planned. And hopefully, and I've asked Nancy about every time we've had some dealings, if it suited her. Nancy and I didn't always agree. I don't always agree with my other daughter-in-law.
Oh, yes, you do.
But we're always friends. And the way Nancy and I always, and it wasn't often, would take a disagreement was, I would always say, well, that's it, you know we love each other, and we're not going to agree on this subject, but as far as I'm concerned, the issue is closed. And so, Gretchen and I don't believe we ever had a disagreement, did we, Gretchen?
It's pretty hard to disagree with Gretchen.
Maybe that's part of it, and we've had some good times, some unexpected good laughs, especially when your Mimi does something silly, which I do often. But I just want you to know that you had to, Daniel, you had to pass Pop-Pops and Mimi's okay as well. And I'm sure you knew that. And wisely, Doug and Gretchen brought him to Delaware, Ohio for the approval. But one of the most important things to us was a strong Christian background. And of course we since have gotten to know Linda and know how strong her convictions are and her family's. And that's very important. So we have no doubt that this is a good union, and we're very happy for you.
For those of you who do not know me, my name is Liz Buckner, and I am blessed to be the maid of honor for the wedding of this incredible couple. I too would like to thank you for being here tonight to celebrate the marriage of my best friend Gretchen and her soon-to-be husband Daniel. I also want to thank you both for having me to be a part of this special occasion. Gretchen, you've not only been a best friend through these years, but being as that we are both an only child, I have always felt that we are the sisters that we're meant to be. I think about all the times that we have shared, so many memories documented by the thousands of mostly hilarious and embarrassing pictures that date back to the 6th grade. From awkward middle school days and matching outfits, yes, we thought those personality pictures were awesome, to high school shenanigans, European adventures, annual beach trips, countless sleepovers, getting rescued off a ski lift after being stuck for hours with your dad, becoming caters together, and everything in between. I wouldn't trade my memories of our friendship or our sisterhood for anything. As I racked my brain trying to pinpoint a specific story to tell, for some reason one kept coming to mind. This is before you, Daniel, and there's a reason why I'm telling this story. So, freshman year of college, I get a phone call frantically from Jennings' dorm, and I'm in Beatty Towers, and so it's about, from my room to her room, probably a 5-minute walk. So I get a phone call frantic, there's a roach in my room, I don't know what to do. So neither do I, but I guess I'm gonna be the one to go help. So I rush over there and she's since thrown a sweatshirt on top of the roach that is now under her bed. And if you know dorms, they're very small quarters, not the nicest, I mean they're, you know. So anyways, there's a roach under her bed, under her sweatshirt. So we proceed to get a shoe, granted that's usually what you go for. And she took the sweatshirt and we dragged it out into the hallway with no roach to be seen. It hasn't crawled out, so we think it's still under the sweatshirt. She's armed with the shoe. I have the duty of picking up the sweatshirt. We're freaking out. Pick it up. No, we don't see a roach. Don't see a roach. Ready with the shoe. There's the roach. Oh, and then it goes crawls under another person's door. So it's their problem now, not ours. So needless to say, the roach didn't get killed. But Daniel, I'm happy to pass those duties on to you. So that's your job now.
He's got it.
Okay. Good deal. So with that being said, Daniel, you have put a forever smile on Gretchen's face, and it is so obvious the way you two look at each other, how much you love one another. I remember the first time you told Gretchen you loved her, how it just slipped out as if you had said it 100 times before. And let me just say, I have never seen Gretchen with a bigger smile on her face. That's the kind of happiness I wish for the two of you. There's only one thing that might make Gretchen equally, if not more, excited. But as long as you feed her desire, you'll be just fine. Yes, I'm talking about Gretchen's love for chocolate. That's a capital letter, bold-faced L-O-V-E, because I know this isn't old news to you. Everyone in this room has had a significant impact on the path that these two took to find one another. So as one chapter ends and their journey together officially begins tomorrow as husband and wife, please join me in proposing a toast to the soon-to-be bride and groom. Here's to love and laughter and happily ever after. To Gretchen and Daniel. Love you.
I wish you guys the best of luck and for the great times I've known Daniel. You're a great dude, and I know Gretchen's a very classy, fine lady, and I wish you guys the best of luck in the future.
I had the good fortune of being with Gretchen my sophomore year, and I'm a chain crier, so everyone's already cried, so I might cry again. I'm sorry. Of being with Gretchen the first night that she met Daniel, and I don't know if I'm gonna cry at this. And I was in Gainesville. I went to Florida State, and I was in Tallahassee, and I was visiting. And she's like, "Are you sure you don't mind me leaving you?" Blah blah blah. I was like, "No, I'm fine. Go ahead. You know, if you want to meet him, that's totally fine." And so she went and they hung out, and she came back a couple hours later. And I've known Gretchen since middle school, and I've never seen her with, like Liz said, the biggest smile and like beaming from ear to ear that I'm sorry. But I've never seen her so happy. And I know that she's happy with her friends, but she's happy because she's madly in love with you. And I was so fortunate to be there for that moment, and I just knew from then on that you guys were going to be together forever, and that I couldn't imagine passing you off with our friends to a better person, because I know you're in such good hands. And I'm sorry. I'm just really happy for you all, and to be a part of your special day means the world to me. So thank you. I love you guys.
Liz hit the nail on the head, and you owe me at least 2 gallons of Nutella, I'd say, at this point. This girl would come into my apartment and help herself to my cupboard, take it out, and I'd look over and she'd be like, "Get your mitt." What? No, but all kidding aside, Daniel, I'm really happy for you. You found someone really special, and she's the sweetest girl I've ever met. I couldn't be happier for you. You're my best friend, and I love you. I love you too, Gretchen. I get a sister now.
I met Gretchen the summer before freshman year, and I'm from South Florida. We don't hear a lot of y'alls or country accents. She walks up, she's like, "Hey y'all, I'm Gretchen, how you doing?" And I was like, "Who is that?" And you know, we ended up rushing and we kept in contact through Rush. And when I saw 80 Pi on my sheet, the first person I wanted to call was Gretchen, because I never met anyone so warm and so open, and I knew that we would instantly become friends. Through college, we had some crazy times, some ups, some downs, but she was always by my side. And then Daniel came along, and we lived in an apartment we called the Dugout. So it was appropriate that he was, you know, the baseball player coming in. And like, Gretchen was my best friend, and still is. And you know, I was very protective over her. And I came in, and Daniel sat down right next to me, just started chatting. And you're such a great guy, and I'm so happy that you're having my PIC, my partner in crime, now for the rest of your life, and you're her new PIC, so I'm giving you that title. So take care of her. I love you both, and I'm so happy for you. Thanks for that.
I speak from the Lockerbie family, which is Linda and my family, and we are thrilled to have Gretchen become a part of our family. She and her father have survived 2 Thanksgivings with our family. There were 39 of us this year at Thanksgiving. Linda and I come from a large family. And Daniel, we wish you the best. And as I've said to some other friends who married, does she or he make you a better person? My husband made me a better person, and I hope I did for him too. And I was telling the people at the table that 45 years ago tonight I was married, so this is a very special day too. So I wish the best for both of you.
Thank you.
I represent the Pigott family. I think I'm the only one from that side here right now. And I've watched Daniel and Jonathan grow up, and gosh, Linda's just done such an excellent job with them. And it's so nice to see another addition to the Pigott family, and we just can't wait to have some little Pigotts running
My name's CJ. Daniel and I actually went to preschool together, and we really became friends around 10 years old. We started playing baseball together, and Daniel's he's my best friend, no doubt. But just because of the kind of person he is, I know that I'm just one of his best friends, because there's so many people that care about him. And I know that Daniel, through the years, I've just from knowing him, I've never thought that anybody would be worthy of him until I met Gretchen. And I knew when he met her, and from talking to him, when he would talk about you, that he knew that was it, and it was over. And I just want to wish you guys the best of luck, and I'm so happy for you guys.
I've been friends with Gretchen since 6th grade. She has been a fabulous friend to me and to all of her bridesmaids, and I'm sure all of you, friends and family. I just did want to say, Gretchen, when I met her, she had a list of qualities that her future husband had to have. And the top 3 things were that her dad had to absolutely love him, he had to be a Christian man, which he is, and the 3rd one was that he had to be a baseball player. And Daniel, I'm happy to say you possess all of his qualities. Congratulations, you passed the test. But I also want to thank you for being such a wonderful man to Gretchen. She honestly only has positive things to say about you all the time. And she's such an important person to all of us, and so the fact that you treated the best is just amazing to all of us, and thank you for that, and thank you, Gretchen, for being such a wonderful friend. And I'm happy to be a part of y'all's special day.
Thank you.
about a year and a half ago, I guess, Daniel said, well, you know, Mom, I've told you before that I've known all along that Gretchen is the woman that I want to spend the rest of my life with. But, well, when really is the right time to ask her to get married? And I said, well, you know, you kind of have to decide that for yourself, but, you know, it would be nice to have a job. And so, as soon as he went away to play baseball for his rookie season, he started looking for a ring. And he found the ring and talked to me about it. Bought it while he was out in Montana. Way, way far away from me and anyone else that was close to him. So I said, well, now, where did you put the ring? Does your host family have a safe deposit box or something? I had this vision of him putting it in a sock in the back of a drawer, you know, or something. And said, oh, Mom, it'll be fine. He never did tell me where he put it. He just said, it's safe, Mom, don't worry.
I got it.
She's got it out. So, came time to, Daniel finally got finished with that first season, came back to school, finished his degree, and the day after they finished the degree, Daniel had spun this big yarn about someone having a condo in North Carolina that a timeshare that they couldn't use, and so since I couldn't go because I had to work, you know, on the weekends at church, Mom said we could use the condo. So he and Gretchen hop in the car and go to Murphy, North Carolina, and he pops the question while he's up there, and she said, you mean you've had this for 6 months? I just can't reiterate enough how pleased I am that you're a part of our family. And Daniel, how proud of you we are, your dad and I both. Your dad can't be here, but I think he knows. And Gretchen, you've been faithful to come and visit him, and every time, and, you know, he's not lost, even though he can't be here. And I love and respect you for all of that, as well as all the things that I see in you and your character. Daniel, thank you for choosing to be a strong Christian man. I wish for you all the very, very best life. I know you're going to have a wonderful union. It's wonderful to have our family growing. Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to say anything? Dessert's coming around, I think, so enjoy the rest of the weekend. Thank you for being here and for all that you're doing, and to help make this a special weekend that all of us will remember.
Thank you.